Leo, the ants warning, a sign for your life's transformation. Hey Leo, if you're seeing ants in your home right now, don't just swat them away or call an exterminator. Seriously, don't treat them like a common household pest, because they're anything but. These little guys are messengers, sent specifically for you, carrying a code only your Leo consciousness can crack. And if you brush off this message, you could totally miss the biggest opportunity of your life. I know, it sounds a little out there, and your logical brain is probably screaming, superstition, or coincidence. Honestly, when I first heard about this idea of ants as messengers, I was a total skeptic. My logical brain immediately went, come on, that's just a coincidence. But then I started noticing patterns in my own life, and it's truly wild how these tiny creatures seem to show up right when you're on the cusp of something big. Have you ever had a moment like that, where something unexpected showed up right before a big shift? Share your story in the comments below. Let's explore these Leo insights together. But just pause for a second and really think, when was the last time you saw ants in your house? If you've been paying attention, you'll probably realize they showed up exactly when your inner world started shifting in ways you couldn't even name. They arrived when you began to wonder if you were truly living the life you were meant to, when you started feeling that weird restlessness, like something important was just missing. The universe has a unique way of talking to each zodiac sign. For some, it's numbers, for others, it's unexpected encounters or vivid dreams. But for Leo, at this specific point in your journey, it's ants. And there's a deeper reason for this that will make perfect sense once you get the full scoop. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what these tiny creatures are trying to tell you. I'll reveal why they picked your home, why they're showing up now, and most importantly, what massive life change they're signaling. But before I spill all the beans, you need to get one thing straight: this isn't a message you can just hear and then forget. Once you know what these ants represent, you can't pretend you don't. You can't keep putting off the decisions you've been avoiding. You can't keep living as if you don't have a very specific destiny waiting for you. Are you ready to discover that your current life is just a warm-up for something much bigger, and that the ants have come to tell you the time for transformation has come? Overcoming skepticism: it's totally normal if a part of you is still trying to dismiss this as just a random occurrence. But remember, the universe often sends its most profound signals in the most unexpected ways. I get it, it's easy to dismiss these things. We're taught to look for grand, obvious signs. But in my experience, the universe often whispers its deepest truths through the most subtle, everyday occurrences. It's like it wants to see if we're truly paying attention. What about you? Have you noticed the universe whispering to you through subtle signs? Drop a comment and tell us what happened next. Let's dive deeper into what it means for Leos. Allow yourself to be open to the possibility that there are deeper messages waiting to be uncovered, even when they come from the smallest creatures. Deeper meaning, quiet organization and consistent effort. Leos, by nature, often crave big, instant results. You want recognition, admiration, and to be the center of attention. As a Leo myself, or, if you're not a Leo, as someone who knows many Leos, I can totally relate to that desire for instant gratification and being in the spotlight. It's a natural Leo trait. Can you relate to that Leo drive for instant results? What's one area where you're trying to embrace more consistent, quiet effort? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We're all on this Leo journey. But ants operate on a completely different wavelength. They take small, consistent actions day after day, building something truly impressive without needing a spotlight on the process. And that, my friend, is precisely what the universe is trying to teach you through them. Your grand transformation isn't going to happen overnight with fireworks and applause. It's going to unfold through small, steady changes that, together, will create something extraordinary. Specific messages by location. The location where you find these tiny messengers in your home also holds a specific clue: kitchen. This points to emotional and physical nourishment. You might be feeling underfed, not just with food, but with experiences, relationships, or activities that truly feed your Leo soul. I remember a time when ants showed up in my kitchen, and looking back, it was precisely when I was neglecting my own well-being, both physically and emotionally. It felt like a gentle, yet firm, nudge to reassess what truly nourished me. It's wild how specific these messages can be. Have you ever noticed ants in a specific spot in your home and later realized it mirrored something you were neglecting? Share your experience below. Let's unpack these unique Leo messages. Bedroom. This is a heads up about your intimate life and your deepest dreams that you've been neglecting. Living room. They're warning you about how you've been presenting yourself to the world, perhaps playing smaller than your true magnificent self. No matter where they pop up, the core message is the same. It's time to stop wasting your incredible potential on activities and relationships that don't truly recognize your authentic nature. Core lessons from the ants. These ants are here to remind Leos of some seriously important principles. Power without arrogance. You can be powerful and special without being a show-off or putting others down. Real magnetism comes from quiet excellence. For me, this was a huge aha moment. I used to think being powerful meant being loud or always in charge. But the ants showed me that true strength often lies in quiet confidence and simply doing excellent work, letting that speak for itself. Has there been a time when you shifted from trying to be loud to embracing quiet confidence, and saw a powerful change? Tell us your story in the comments. Let's learn from each other's Leo insights. Consistency over constant impression. True power stems from being consistent, not from a constant need to impress everyone around you. Teamwork and individuality. Just like ants, you'll discover your unique role in the grand scheme of things and how to play it in a way that naturally attracts recognition. Learn to lead in a way that truly inspires others to give their best, creating something far greater than you could ever achieve alone. Strategic patience. True greatness isn't about desperately rushing to be noticed. It's about persistent excellence that gradually becomes impossible to ignore. Ants think long-term, work with discipline, and trust the process. Efficient resource use and abundance. Ants always know where to find what they need and never take more than they can use. They're here to teach you about smart efficiency with your energy, time, money, and opportunities, leading to genuine prosperity. Healthy boundaries. They protect their space without unnecessary aggression, but with absolute firmness when needed. As a Leo, you might tend to be overly generous with your energy, time, and resources, especially when you get attention and admiration in return. The ants are here to teach you the importance of protecting your resources so you can use them more strategically and effectively. True royalty and your kingdom. You've always known there's something royal within you, a natural nobility that doesn't depend on titles or external praise. But you might have confused this inner royalty with a need to be treated special all the time. The ants are here to show you that true kings and queens work for the good of the kingdom, not just for their own glory. They lead by example, not by demanding adoration. Just like a queen ant tirelessly works for the prosperity of the entire colony, you are also called to use your strength and influence for the greater good. Think about your kingdom. It could be your family, your work team, or your community. How can you lead through service? By inspiring others to bring their best, rather than just seeking personal applause. This idea of true royalty, working for the kingdom, not just for glory, really resonated with me. It shifted my perspective from, what can I get, to, how can I contribute and inspire? It's a game changer for how Leos can lead. How do you define true royalty in your own life or kingdom? What's one way you're looking to lead through service and inspiration? Share your perspective in the comments. Let's empower our fellow Leos. Practical steps for Leos. So, what can you actually do right now to embrace this message? Start by dedicating 10 minutes each day to focus on one small task that doesn't require attention or praise. This could be organizing a small corner of your home, learning a new skill without showing it off, or simply completing a chore you've been putting off. Feel the satisfaction that comes from quietly and effectively getting things done. I've started doing this 10-minute quiet task challenge myself, and honestly, it's been surprisingly empowering. There's a different kind of satisfaction when you achieve something purely for the sake of it, without needing external validation. Try it, you might be surprised too. Are you going to try this 10-minute quiet task challenge? What small, consistent action do you think could make a big difference for you? Let us know in the comments. We're building this Leo transformation together. The upcoming transformation, the fact that ants are showing up now signals the end of a cycle in your life. For years, you might have tried to get attention in ways that didn't quite work, or that left you feeling empty even when you got what you wanted. The universe is sending these ants to show you a completely different path to the recognition and success you crave, a path built on real substance rather than superficial appearances. This transformation will be deep and gradual. It won't be dramatic or sudden, but a consistent, profound evolution. Authenticity-driven, you'll stop seeking external validation as your main source of self-worth and discover an inner confidence no one can give or take away. Your success will be measured by your own unique values, not someone else's standards. Holistic, it will impact every area of your life, relationships, getting deeper, career, taking off because you're focused on excellence, creativity, exploding because it's no longer censored by fear of judgment, and self-esteem, stabilizing because it's no longer tied to fluctuating opinions. You'll realize you've always had everything you needed to be extraordinary. The ants are simply here to remind you and show you how to manifest this extraordinariness in a sustainable and effective way. Your reaction matters. How you react to these ants will reveal a lot about how ready you are for this transformation. If you feel annoyed or rush to get rid of them, it might mean you're still resisting the changes that need to happen. But if you feel curious or get that strange feeling they have something to teach you, it shows you're open to the transformation that's coming. I used to just get annoyed when I saw ants, thinking, ugh, another problem. But now, I genuinely see them as tiny teachers. How do you typically react to unexpected signs or challenges? Have you ever shifted your perspective and seen a positive change? Share your insights below. Let's help each other on this Leo journey. Ant meditation/observation. In the coming days, when you see ants, don't just glance at them. Take a few minutes to truly observe them. Notice how they move with purpose, how they collaborate without competing, how they persist without despair, and how they build without haste but without pause. Ask yourself, what lesson from the ant's behavior can I apply to my life today? This simple observation can unlock profound insights. Every behavior holds a lesson for your journey. Taking those few minutes to just watch them has become a powerful little meditation for me. It's incredible what you can learn when you just slow down and observe. What's one thing you've observed recently, big or small, that taught you a valuable lesson? How can we apply the ant's wisdom to our daily Leo lives? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. Conclusion: an invitation to evolve. These ants aren't a problem to solve. They're a message to receive, an opportunity to seize, and an invitation to evolve. By aligning your life with the principles they represent, consistency, efficiency, teamwork, long-term vision, respect for resources, and quiet excellence, the universe will respond by organizing your reality to support your highest goals. You'll find that when you stop trying so hard to impress, you'll naturally become more impressive. When you focus on the quality of your work instead of the recognition will start flowing naturally and abundantly. You'll lead through inspiration, shine naturally, and live in complete authenticity, finally building the extraordinary life you always knew was possible. For me, embracing this ant philosophy has truly been life-changing. It's not about becoming less of a Leo, but about becoming a more authentic, more powerful Leo. It's about realizing that the recognition you crave will come naturally when you focus on building something real and lasting. How has this ant philosophy resonated with your own Leo journey? What's one key takeaway you're excited to apply to become a more authentic, powerful Leo? Share your reflections in the comments. Your insights inspire us all. So, Leo, are you ready to accept this invitation and finally build the extraordinary life you always knew was possible for you? If this message resonated with you, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to follow the rest of Leo's journey and spread the word.